The first one is understanding what work's coming up in the future. So, of course, as a futurist, I often get asked what's coming up in the future. And I love this quotation from Tolkien from The Hobbit. And he says, let me paraphrase here, he says, if you're doing some sort of strategic planning for the future and there's some dragons somewhere on the path, it's a pretty good idea to understand them and include them in your planning. Okay, so this first part is actually understanding what the future is going to look like, because the work that you do is going to match what's coming up in the future. There's another skill that futurists talk about called sense making, and I think this is also one of the really most useful and practical skills when you're understanding the future, especially for leaders. So let me simplify it for you. So there are three parts to this, and we'll talk about the first part. So the first part is gathering intel from the world. So looking around and seeing what's coming up, what's already out there, and gathering some intelligence so that you can then apply it to what you're doing to generate some insights that will help you understand the future. And then, this is for leaders and managers, but for everybody, to then be influential, to have influence when you're sharing that, to persuade people to make change. So today's not about sense making, but we'll look at this first area here, which is around gathering the intel. Okay, so this is looking up and out, rather than just down and digging deep. So let me ask you, and we'll do this as a scale of 1 to 10. So I reckon in your role, how well do you assess the future? Okay, so you know what's happening day to day, you may be on top of everything that's happening internally. How well, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you assess the future? Okay, let's see what people are saying. I'll give a bit of a scale here. Okay, good. Okay, so above average. So you're doing a pretty good job. 6 to 7. I can see some 9s and some 7.5s in there as well as some low ones. Okay. So the reason I'm sharing this is because we'll do a couple of other questions around this coming up soon. But the real reason I'm sharing this is because I think we all need to be doing that.